Why don't they just call and pop? If you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood make you think you have to love? Look, I probably love my family more than anybody here, but my homies are family too. Third cousins, get out of here. Who was you with when you got tattooed? Who was you tripping with when you did the mushrooms? And who the fuck threw up all over your car and then felt worse than you about the shit in the morning?
Who loaned your money, homie? Who owes your cash? Who taught you how to use the bar for the glass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume that when you hit your first net, your homies was in you talking about homies, homies, about your dogs of motherfucking homies, 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 about your dogs of homies, homies. Man, that's my God.
You ever had a job that you truly despise? Like, I don't know, maybe dishwashing or fucking flipping fries. And you got this boss who think he the Don Mega because he the head manager, cheap Kelly Fry. All you can vision is y'all beating him down, your homie standing on his back while you're kicking his head around. But responsibility is there, I can't lie. Though I'd have been plucked his fucking eyeball out with a chicken bone. I'm crazy as fuck, I'll rip your piercings off. And now my homies are holding me back so I don't look soft.
When you snuck the car out, who did you get it? And when you got color, who'd you blame this shit? Can you relax around and scratch your balls? Homies, I'm talking about like you and yours. Homies, 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 everybody homies, homies, yeah, homies, yeah, homies. Y'all like you can fuck up. You know, like you can fuck up.
Me and my homies stay tight like a noose, and if you step to one of us, you better step to the whole crew. I never knew that I could depend, that I can have some friends that's down to the very end. Well, that's my homeboys, excuse family, and when we conquer the world, we macking on the galaxy. Cause sky's the limit, and we ain't finished. And if my homies gon' ride, then you know I'm with it.
Puff it and pass it and I give it to my homies, y'all. Hit it and quit it, then I give it to my homies, y'all. I got the world around my finger with my homies, y'all. And everything is obsolete unless I hear my homies call. We worldwide, we're homies across the planet, sticking together like zippers on a Michael Jackson Peter Jackson. They got my back like a tat, for that I love y'all. Hanging till we old and gray like grandpa. Homies, homies, talk about what dogs are my motherfucking homies, homies. Homies, homies, talk about what dogs are talk about homies, homies, homies. Fuck off, keeping your kick down. You know like me. Fuck off, running with the homies till I'm on. You know like me. Fuck off, I ain't talking on the family all. You know like me. Fuck off, one finger to the daily when I'm
building this computer and getting the parts together, but so far I haven't had anybody join me. Thanks for stopping by the way. It's going to be an 8-core, 4.5 gigahertz monster. And I'm building it for a guy I met on YouTube for free. Can you believe that? And I told him the stipulation was he had to use this computer to help people and do good. So that's why I told him I was going to build one for him. But at the time, I had about 90% of the parts ready. But a lady needed a computer that does the volunteer work for the church, that does the schedule, not church, but the hospital, that does the scheduling and stuff. So I used most of my parts to build her a computer. So then I had to start scratch, getting parts all over again. And it's proved a little challenging. Can you hear me okay? But when I give my word, a man gives his word, he keeps it. More people would be like that. The world would be a lot better place, right? Sorry about the mic sounds. But I'm going with a Gigabyte Ultra Durable motherboard. This thing's supposed to be able to survive an EMP. So it's pretty sweet. It has a dual BIOS system, so even if one's corrupted, you have a backup. I'm going with the G-Skill, 12 gigabytes of RAM to start with. He can upgrade it a little bit later if he needs more, which I doubt he will. I don't think he's much of a gamer. And the case is equipped with an RGB light control system, so it's pretty sweet. And it's made out of mostly tempered glass. I just hope he can show it off and try to get my computer brand out there, maybe advertise a little bit for me. Because I've got way more in it than I ever wanted to be honest. The only thing I need now is a solid state hard drive and a video card. And I'll be done with it. Because I could put a regular hard drive in it, but that would be like dropping a 4-cylinder in a Ferrari. It would just be wrong. So what part of the world do you hail from? You are from the Philippines, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. I lose track. There's so many people I talk to these days, Oh, north of Toronto. Okay, that's about as far as the Philippines as you can get, isn't it? I'm thinking about moving up that way for the legalized weed. Hopefully, we'll have that here soon, since we are supposed to be the land of the free and all. Free my ass. Free to pay taxes out the ass. Okay, sirrah, That's why I go by the policy of I really don't give a shit. But I'm tired of hiding like a criminal just because I want to smoke a joint. Well, I've seen young people have just a few places to dispense it and hold, and I don't know. I think it'll solve more problems than it causes. Actually, I really do believe in the long run. Not to mention the tax money, because I know in my state, if the roads get any worse, you're going to have medical insurance just to drive. They're going to have to get some incomes in there somewhere to repair some of this shit. I hit a hole so bad the other day, I thought I was going to get whiplash. And that's one sure way to bring in the money. And regulate it. That way you'd be getting a lot safer product than what you might find on the street somewhere. Yeah, they're going to have to find a better testing procedure, because the shit is now, if you smoked within the last 30 days, they can take you in on a DUI, and that ain't no shit. Just by saying, well, you look high. Well, hell, I look high most of the time. It don't mean I am. I'm just a strung out individual, Usually because I'm doing about 6 things at the same damn time. I may appear to be, I know, I'm just got a lot of shit to do. Well, maybe 4 a.m. wasn't the best thing, best time to go lives. I just wanted the dude to see that I was actually, fulfilling my promise, and it wasn't just a bullshit kind of thing. Because how people talk and say stuff on YouTube, and they don't mean it. But if anybody knows me, especially my Pyro brothers, they know if I give my word, I keep it. And I don't think there's not a single one of them that says I haven't, or could say I haven't. I'd say it has. I'd still hide in my house and smoke it and go nowhere. But still, if they want you, they want you. That would be bad, because I could see how they could be abused. Especially if you had a cop in the area that didn't like your ass. I could always start inventing a detection system. Maybe I should do that. Make some good money that way. I'm sure I could come up with something. I think I'd develop some kind of a retinal scanner, because, your eyes get bloodshot because of the dilated blood vessels. There's other things that could cause that, but that would help at least. And what would your dream job be, bro? Or what you do as a dream job? I went to a casting call one time to be a porn star, but I chickened out. Hey, who else do we have in here? A lurker that wants to talk, or just somebody hanging out? Strip club DJ. Yeah, that's always a fun job. What are you building? I'm building Falling Bomb, a new computer system. Like I said, gigabyte ultra durable motherboard. It's supposed to be able to survive an EMP attack. I mean, it's got dual BIOS. We got this hacksaw or jigsaw RAM by G Skill, 12 gigs, 8 core, 4.5 gigahertz processor. Oh yeah, that some bitch will be able to run anything on the market for a while. I'd say it does, man. Most of them bitches in there are just a bunch of skanky drug whores anyway. You could have any of them you want for a bottle of pills, or at least that's how it is around here. I done a fireworks show one time at a strip club at 3 a.m. I could actually go in there and hang out with the chicks that give me the weed, have me roll it, smoke half of it, and then leave the other half for them so they could smoke it in between sets. Oh, this is better in military grade. Military grade's the cheapest stuff that'll do the job that the government will pay for. This is about 6 times the quality of military grade. This has got 6 ounces of copper built into it. Military grade's a term that gets thrown around too much. It just means the cheapest thing that meets the requirements that the government will pay for. It definitely does not mean the best. I don't think he actually believed me that I was building it, so I thought I wanted to, I thought I'd show him the case and everything right here. I went with a tempered glass see-through case that has all kinds of places for fan, cooling, radiator. Might want to put water cooling on it later because I did go with a pretty hot processor, but I'm just going to go with the big heat sink because I don't think he's going to be doing any world-class gaming or anything like that with it. Yep. Actually, I would like this one to be for me, actually, because 4.5 gigahertz running at 8 cores is just fucking awesome. And then 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, the only thing that I need right now is not a processor, but a solid state hard drive and a video card to complete it, and I'll be done with it. I think I'm just going to put like a 2 gig card in it. Something like that should do fine for him. And you know what I'm getting out of it? Absolutely zero. This is being built for free. Like I said, when I said I built him one, I had 90% of the parts already ready, but then I built a computer for the hospital, and then I ran out of most of my spare parts, so I've been trying to source stuff here and there where I can find deals, When I say I'm going to do something, come hell or high water, I will make it happen. Dude, I just bought the processor that I went with, but I can't remember what it's called. I can bring it up. It's the black version of the AMD 8-core 4.5 running an 8 at 64. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Well, see, my idea is to not start doing that anymore. I have a small computer repair shop, and I build systems and stuff. But to try to expand my business, I'm going to take some of my Well, I'm going to build a couple of systems and take them to a storefront and see if the guy will let me sell them on consignment because he sells video games and shit like that. See if I can expand my stuff that way. She needed to sanitize that shit, then it must have been pretty damn rotten. I think one of the cruelest and funniest things I ever saw was when somebody done that to a dude during football practice and put liquid heat in his jockstrap. It is like adult Legos, but where I try to differentiate myself is with the lighting and everything like that. That's what makes my systems different. Like my avatar, there is a system that I built a couple years ago. I called it the fishbowl. It's something I enjoy doing. I actually built 2 computers in my sleep one time when I was taking Ambien, and that was really a strange experience. Had 2 computers laid out that I was going to build the next day. I woke up the next morning. They were complete in the box, and they were 100% correct. I even the wire snips, the wire zip ties on the wire bundles and stuff like that, and trimmed them and kept it neat and everything. It was crazy. It was like the storybook, where the elves built the shoes and shit. It wasn't cool. I quit taking that shit after that. But it's crazy that you can build an entire computer just from your subconscious. That's when you know what you're doing really well. And it worked, I quit taking it because I experienced a lot of violence and stuff in my life, and I was afraid I'd end up killing somebody. You went with the NZ. Well, I guess Falling Bomb's not here, so I can tell you what I went with. Here it is. It's got the RGB on the side, like the light strip and shit. Hold on a second. It's the Matrix 55 deepcool.com. It's by Deepcool. This part right here lights up and stuff like that. You can control it with an LED controller here that controls the rest of the lights and stuff like that. It's all plexiglass. But this is the beast that I've been saving for a while. This motherboard is fucking awesome. You can't kill it, or I've not been able to kill one yet. With computers and building and stuff like that, I've been doing it so long that I couldn't tell you what to do if I had to on a telephone, but I could sit down and do it. It's more of an instinct now than it is knowledge, if that makes any sense. It's got the 3 fans down the front. Yep, and then it's got the place on the top for the water cooler, fan, radiator, all that, and then it's got the the large fan in the back. Yeah, it's tempered glass. It's real glass. I didn't want to get plexi. But the cool part about it is I have some special fans that I can program that'll tell messages and stuff like that with the guy's channel name and everything. So it'll scroll his channel name and his logo, and then every now and then it also shows the case temperature, the air that's leaving the case. So it's pretty sweet. Thank you, thank you. Like I said, I bought the good shit, man. I hope he knows how much I actually put into this because I put a lot into it. I really did. A lot more than I anticipated. And I'm still not done. I might tell him, hey, man, let's have a fundraiser to get the rest of the shit for that solid state hard drive. I mean, I could throw a 500 gigabyte or 1,000, or a terabyte hard drive in it that's just a regular hard drive, but that would just slow it down. Wouldn't be able to run to its potential. That would suck. I got it off a Newegg. They had it on sale. And I like the RGB lighting control and everything. Well, because I went with the Halo lighting fans and everything. Tool related, eh? Hey, yeah, I think you're the one that's got that hand ratchet I want, man. Why don't you go ahead and send that hand ratchet to me? Considering my budget, I'm just gonna go with what I can find a good deal on right now. If he wants to improve that later, then that'll be fine. But right now, my budget's about shot. But I'm definitely gonna make sure it has a solid state drive in it because they're just awesome. The one I'm looking at's got a 16 gigabyte cache. Yep, it's pretty awesome. But it also is pretty expensive, so I don't know. I doubt I'll be buying it. Hell, the system with the onboard and everything with that much RAM that I'm putting in it would be able to run like probably anything you wanted to anyway. But I'm gonna throw a card in it just because. I don't know if this motherboard has RGB control. I don't think it does, so I'll probably have to use the RGB control on the case. It'd be cool if you can control it from the motherboard, though. That'd be pretty ballin'. Like some motherboards have it, but not many. I've had this motherboard laying around for a couple of years, so. Never got around to building the system. You know how that is. Well, thanks for stopping by, Toolbox, man. Yeah, I really do like that hand ratchet. You don't see those very often anymore. And they're a very handy thing to have. Well, I went with just blue Halo because he said he liked blue on the two on the front, and then the center one I put the one that displays the messages and all that as it spins, and it's in red and blue, so it should blend in pretty good. And for the exhaust fan in the back, I'll probably just use a regular, standard fan. Cool, man. Will do, dude. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Especially when nobody else was. I'm like, damn, man. I've been sitting there like 10 minutes and nobody even stopped by the bullshit. I'd like to start doing giveaways and stuff like that again, man, but I'm going to try to put it to where it's just open to pyros or like torches and shit like that. get some of these people that just enter anything out of it, you know. Yep, it's 4:33 a.m. right here. It sure as hell is. But I'm one of those people that can't turn my mind off. Damn, that processor I got is sweet for this thing, man. The black edition, you can unlock that thing to even go farther if you want to, and it is insane at 4.5 times 8. I do giveaways all the time, man. I like to give people. I'm not trying to get subs and I'm not trying to get popularity from it. I know a lot of people think that, but I've won a few and I've had people send me stuff, and it has really brightened my day when I step on my doorstep and there's a box with something cool in it. So I just try to reciprocate that favor, you know, to people as much as I can, as much as I can afford. I just gave away a drone the other day to a lady. Actually, I've had more giveaways on my channel than I can count. I mean, a lot. From banners to everything, man. A lot of firework banners, like one of these giant pyro demon flags and shit. I gave one of those away to Georgia Pyro, and just, good Lord, I can't even track. Yeah, she didn't even know she entered the contest, and when I told her she won, she thought I was somebody that was messing with her. I was like, oh man, really? Like, I've never had to argue with somebody before to give them their prize. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I actually lost about 30 subscribers because of that giveaway for some reason. And you didn't even have to subscribe to enter it, is what blew my mind. So I guess maybe they thought if they subbed, it would give them a better chance or some bullshit. And the chick lived in Hawaii, so that opened up a whole new bag of worms when it come to shipping. The video I'd done about the giveaway was all corrupt and had missing pieces and everything like that, but I was like, shit, I've done rolled the dice. It ain't like I can do it again. But this is YouTube, man. Ain't nobody ever going to be happy. Not completely happy anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that unless it's something really big, and I'd open it up worldwide, because I got a lot of Australian friends and stuff like that that I wouldn't mind, you know, getting in my giveaways, because I could always order from China and have it sent to them, and it wouldn't be that bad. That's what I done in the case with that chick. I just ordered a whole nother one and had them send it to Hawaii after I finally found one that would. And I think they just forgot to mark it off that they wouldn't. They wasn't too happy about it, but they sent it. I saw that she done an unboxing of it and stuff today. I think the chick's name is Dangerous Criminals that won it. Yeah, it is. Well, I sent my buddy a drone, like a miniature drone, so he could learn how to fly in the house. And he lives in Oklahoma, not Oklahoma, but Oregon. And it was literally cheaper for me to buy a new drone and have it sent to him than it would be to ship him one. That's one thing that I will say that YouTube has done for me, man. It's gave me some pretty good friends. It's like my sorry about that. It's like my homie Pyro dude, man. I would trust him. I've never even met the guy, but I wouldn't think twice handing him $5,000 and asking him to hold it for me. So it's got its advantages and it's got its pitfalls, and I've met a lot of good people that's taught me a lot of good things. I couldn't even name all the good pyros and stuff that I met because 99% of them have been awesome. I would just like to get bigger in the pyro game. I just don't have the resources to do so yet. I want to have my own business down here. Have the perfect location. Right by the lake, the river. I mean, I could pull in some serious cash down here. Well, I guess on the bright side, it gives me another drone I could give away or just keep. Well, I bought a fireproof tent last year. It cost me over $3,000, and I had everything set up to go and sell my fireworks. And then I missed on the fine print that you had to apply 60 days in advance prior. And you had to be insured for all those 60 days before they even gave you the decision. So I would have to carry $1 million worth of insurance for 3 months while I was waiting on their decisions, what they may or may not let me have. And I was like, screw this. So I took them to the flea market and I sold them over the table. Yep. But I almost tripled my money, so I done pretty well. And I had a hell of a lot of fireworks left over, and I still do. I think I'm sitting on about 30 or 40, 500 grams right now. That's mostly all I have is 500-gram 9-shot big cakes. I've got to get some 200 grams, and I don't even know who I'm going to order from or what I'm going to do this year. I want the good stuff. I know that. I think I've become more of a connoisseur now, you know. The regular stuff's just not going to do it for me anymore. Yeah, I mean, you have to have at least 15, 20 grand to get started. At least. Really? I've gotten bored with cans, man, because cans just go up so fast and so expensive. I mean, that, and I need to make a lot of changes with my setup. I'm hitting too much of the same spot of sky with my stuff. I got to get some fan racks and shit like that built. I want to do way more than I'm physically able to get done. Is my problem. I want it all. I want cakes. I want all the good shit. But the 1.4 is just not doing it for me anymore. You know. Well, see, that's the thing. I got these Wicked Pyro series. I mean, if you've watched any of my demos, you've seen me let off these Wicked Pyro series 500s, and they're 9-shot. I guess you'd call them no abs, but they fill the sky with gigantic bursts, and they were only $60 a case, man. Yeah, they only paid like $60 a case for them Wicked Pyro Pro series. So for no abs, that's an awesome deal. Then my shells, they cost me about $130 a case. Yeah, if you're buying bulk, man, it's all about how much you spend and how good your price is, more or less. You know that. You spend, $5 or $6 grand, your price is gonna be pretty good. I've got enough for a 4th of July show right now if I buy nothing. And a good one at that. Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that shit, man. I don't think I've ever bought a no ab in the store like that. Because I'm just not gonna pay those prices. I don't think I've ever bought one in the store. Yeah, you're right, because you can go get a case of Excaliburs for $68, $70. That's a lot better deal than buying one no ab. Oh, hell yeah, I hope you got some good stuff. Behind this box right here, I've got some really nice stuff, man. Finally got some boomers in. I don't even know the protocol anymore. You can't show anything. Well, 24 bursts versus 9, it's kind of a no-brainer. Even though I'm not a big Excal fan, they still have pretty nice shells. Oh, shit. Looks like I'm going to have to call it a night, man, but I do appreciate you coming here and talking to me. 48 salute balls on this trip. Hell yeah, man. $300. I hope you didn't pay $300 for 48 shells. You know what gray shells are, right? ZR. Getting those for about $170 a case. I think that's a pretty good deal. Now I just finally got all my Crazy Kings in, and the only reason I say Crazy Kings is because that name has been burnt to death, and it doesn't really matter at this fact. But right now I got 12 boxes of them bitches, and I like them because they hit hard. These do anyway. Oh, I get the one that's 24. Goodness, man, I don't mess with the only 4s. I get the all gray wrap. And they hit hard, just as hard as the black cans. I wouldn't waste my time with the one that only had 4 salutes. They were the old ones. I don't think they even make those anymore, do they? Well, they don't even make the Zombies Revenge. The only way to get those is old stock. Now they're called something else that I don't want to say the name. when they first come out, the Zombies Revenge, they only had 4 that were salutes in the box. Then after that, they come up with an all ZR, where they're all 24 of them are salutes. But the name got burnt so bad that they changed the name to something else this year. But you can still find some. Oh, there's new with just 4? Well, screw that. Hey, what's happening, Northwest? I might stay on after all now that there's another person in the room. We were just sitting in here bullshitting mostly. How you doing this evening? Just talking about building computers and fireworks. I don't know about that, but I will look into a pyro demo. I know that the original version only had 4 salutes in the box. They might have went back to that. I don't know. Because I would be pissed if I got a case and yeah, that would be sucky. That's all I got left of the grays. There's 6 of them, man, and I've been holding on to them. And I got 6 of the black cans, so I'm keeping those as a collector's item. Sweetness, man. If you're getting paid for it, that's nice. Stay home, let us know, let us know, let us know, right? I was just going through the things that I need to finish building this computer for another YouTube subscriber. I need a hard drive and I need a video card, and it'll be done. I've got a box of miscellaneous boomer shells, but as far as like of the same type, I've only got 6 of the black and 6 of the grays, and then I have some, a couple reds, a couple, the couple of the others, a couple of this, a couple of that. When it comes to ground boomers right now, I'm pretty set from small, medium to large. Them TC crackers are friggin' awesome. If you ever get a chance to buy them, I would highly recommend it. Oh, you might not want to, man. Some of that shit, especially European stuff, is just insanely friggin' dangerous. Like those match crackers, I see no good point in that. If you're dumb enough to strike one of them things the size of your hand, like a match, and then throw it, you're crazy. I put a fuse on that shit and get back. I don't know about zipperless, but these TC crackers are freaking awesome. They're more like a half stick than anything. I'd show you one, but I'd have to dig for it. But you probably already know what I'm talking about if you're a pyro. Yeah, that's it. Or if it's something large like a Cobra 6 or a Dumba Monster or something like that, I always use a remote fire. Or one hell of a long fuse. I let off a Dumba Monster last year and grass still won't grow in that area. I saw a tragic story where somehow a kid got a hold of a Cobra 6. See, this is the drawback of people putting names out and stuff. And it didn't go off. So he held a lighter to the opposite end, the plastic tube on the bottom until the flash caught and it killed him. Because, a Cobra 6 is literally like holding on to a stick of dynamite, and that's not good. No, I keep all my bangers counted. I have a catalog. That way, if anything comes up missing, I find it because I don't want anything like that to fall into the wrong hands. That's why I could never sell that kind of stuff because I'd be afraid some inexperienced person would end up with it and end up getting somebody killed. But you could make a fortune if you didn't have a conscience and you sold a lot of that stuff. I think that's some of what of our crappier pyros are doing, the ones that display the names and then demo the product and put it out there. And I think they go around and then they resell said product to make a money. But I don't even want to get that shit started. But there's a lot of pyros that just don't understand the number one rule of keeping your friggin' mouth shut. Hillbilly Pyro Fireworks. I don't have anything all lit up tonight, really. It's too late for all that shit. But I still have some pyro in here, but I move stuff. You should, man. You should have some scruples. But I'm talking about like eBay sellers and stuff like that that'll sell to anybody. They don't care. That's also a problem with the people dropping the names and driving up the price because it makes shit way too popular and then you end up having to pay 3 times. Hey, dangerous criminals, we were just talking about you. She's the chick that won the drone that didn't even know it. I saw you unbox it. I'm sorry I missed it, but I fell asleep. I hope you enjoyed it, though. The battery to the drone is inside the drone. You have to take that screwdriver and, get it out. Yep, that's exactly what happens. And we all know a couple of pyros just doing that shit wholesale just to monetize their channel and make it bigger. Yeah, it's not too hard to fly, but I would go to, there's a guy called Quadrocopter 101 here on YouTube, and he'll show you how to set it up and what to do and how to fly it. I would definitely watch him before I went by that book because that book is bullshit. It's just badly translated English. So go watch the Quadrocopter 101 videos before you even attempt to fly it, or you will fuck it up royal. Also, like I said, the battery to the drone is inside the drone. You just have to unscrew the battery compartment and pull it out and unplug it. But you still need the double A's for the remote and all that. But he'll run you through, what to do. Oh, dude, it's some of the worst translation you ever saw. If you had to rely on that as instructions, you would just be screwed. There's no way. I think they might write it that way that you crash the first 2 or 3 before you learn how to fly it. Well, fly it responsibly. Don't let the cops get it from you. All right, man. Stop by and lurk anytime, bro. I appreciate the support, man. I sat in here too long and nobody was in. I was just talking. I'm building this computer for this dude. Falling bomb. I've got most of the stuff together. Hard drive, RAM, motherboard, all that stuff. I just got to get a solid state hard drive and a friggin' video card, and I'll be done. No problem. Congratulations on the win, Dangerous Criminals. I hope you enjoy it and you have fun with it. Keep an eye out for my future giveaways. I do stuff like that all the time. Yeah, I think my choice of games not that entertaining for most people, I don't believe. I'm about ready to drop the PlayStation Network. So far, I haven't found a game on it I like. Well, I'm actually building this computer for a guy here on YouTube for free. An awesome gaming computer for free. Said right there is the RAM. That's 12 gigabytes. So, and it's high performance RAM too, tri-channel, so it should be pretty badass. Along with a bunch of neon light fan case and all kinds of cool bells and whistles. He played Tax Act. Well, I guess that's not that fun of a game. Especially since the taxes are so fucked up this year. Thanks to some orange jackass. Yeah. Well, like I said, I hope this guy puts the computer to use and helps other people with it. That's why I built it for him. His channel was helping other people, and he was having problems with his computer, so I decided to build him one. Yeah, I can build a laptop, but I don't like to build a laptop because they're a pain in the balls. I lost my eyesight working on electronics like iPhones and Kindles and laptops and shit like that. Take a laptop apart, you literally have to have a map on how to take each individual laptop apart, and then you usually break something because shit's old and brittle to start with, and unless it's a really special laptop, it's easier just to replace it. They're kind of disposable. Of course, that's my opinion anyway. Well, it looks like we've only got one person here. Might have not liked my orange jackass comment. I don't know. Can't help it, but that some bitch cost me an extra $1,000 this year when I done my taxes, and it really pisses me off. Well, I can make that happen for a pretty reasonable price. But I can't build any more free ones because I'm out of parts. When I told this man I would build him a free one, I had one that was 90% done, but then the volunteer at the hospital needed a computer to keep track of their schedule, so I gave them that one, so I had to start over from getting parts by scratch again. Out of my own pocket, and it's taking a while. But I'm pretty good at sourcing parts, finding stuff cheap if I have enough time. It just takes time to find good deals, you know. Oh, I don't like either one of them. I'm not one of them people that's saying left or right, but I'm just one of those people that says shit right now is just fucking crazy and something needs done. It don't matter what side of the aisle you fall on, man. Crazy is crazy. But it did cost me an extra $1,000 this year, and I'm not too happy about it. And right there's 12 gigs of tri-channel memory, so that should act like 32 or 36. And that's about a good place to start. Mine will probably be rocking somewhere in the 2024 range, somewhere around in there. How fast is a 1 gig processor on a computer is pretty slow. 12 gigs of high performance 3-channel RAM, which means it acts like 3 in 1. It's very fast. Yeah, see, 16 gigs is a good place. 12 of that tri-channel RAM will rock more, just about anything you want, especially when it's backed up by a 4.5 gigahertz 8-core processor. And probably I'm only going to go probably about a 2 gigahertz, 2 gig video card, but it'll be a nice one. Because I'm about out of cash. With this, you can keep anything you want open, and if you wanted to use it for nefarious purposes on here, it would be a very good computer for that, because there's not very many that'll shut it down. I played World of Warcraft for over 8 years, and my character on there was called WV Camaro. Oh, Dawamir and something else. I can't remember the other server I was on. If you were on the server with me, you probably know me because I was pretty fucking legendary. I don't know. We just have to talk the details about it. Dangerous Criminals. I'd do the best price I could for you. I'm not really interested in making money off of people. I want to make money, but I want to make money off of people that have a lot of money. But I'd see what I could do for you. I'd say it'd be about probably, if I went budget and still tried to get, like a really fast system, which means some parts might have to be used, it'd probably be in the $500-$600 range for a good fast system. And it would look cool. With a computer, it's kind of like a car. It's all in how much you want to put in it. But if you shop around and you find parts here and you find deals there and stuff like that, and when people are upgrading, it's a good time to buy as long as the part that they're selling is still relevant. That's what I try to do, just to bring costs down because there's a lot of parts that people get rid of that still have a good shelf life left. Yeah, I've been building computers for over 20 years. I know what a mini tower is. Not to be a smart ass or anything. I started with computers in 1985, so yeah, it's what's inside that counts when it comes to computers. But I also like mine to look badass on the outside too. I like it when I turn my shit on. People are like, "God damn, man, the hell you got there, NORAD?" But yeah, it's on here somewhere. All right, guys. Well, this stream's dead, so I'm gonna go ahead and call her a night. But thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a few minutes. I appreciate it. Enjoy that drone, dangerous criminals. Don't get frustrated with it. And remember, when you go to fly it, keep calm. Don't panic. If you panic, you're screwed. Just keep calm with it and try to keep it close to you. The number one thing you want to do is just learn how to hover and try to keep it in one spot. That's the number one thing to try first before you do anything else. Just try to keep it in one spot. But you guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll see you next time.